Hello there, David Lee Roth. I was, just talking to God in the shower, and he said to come out and wanted me to actually talk straight to you. So here I am. Hi. Um, yeah, okay. Talk on David Lee Roth. The first, let's go way back then, from the start at the beginning, right? My first awareness of you. Oh my God, I was in such an abusive marriage. And I was talking to God like, oh my God, this is like, the idea of marriage was great, that, a woman should have her man, right? A man. But this, abusive thing for a husband, that doesn't fly, like that's just like the wrong thing. And I can remember I was sitting there talking to a friend about it. And, that California Girls video came on, came on the television, right? And and it caught my eye, and I'm like, well, and I like looked at you, and it's like, ah, and yes, good looking, but more like it was just the way you carried yourself, with that and the way you looked through the women to like this wisdom eye thing, and I was like, oh my God, like there he is, yeah, oh no, like oh my God, I want, I want that. And then okay, so like I'm in this abusive marriage, and the only time I ever got out was to, he said, go get me some cigarettes. Anytime I have to go down to the corner and get, his cigarettes and come back, and then I would listen to the radio in the meantime. And then I heard that old Satchmo song, so of course I turned it up, and it was the same voice of the guy with with the California Girls. It was you, David, saying, won't somebody please take a chance on me because I ain't so bad. I was like, wow, like, I take cosmic signs from God and shit like that. And I'm looking at you like you're the only person on this earth so far who's like, you know, geez, I wonder. And so, ballsy little me, I write you a letter, right? I spent the day with you on paper, and one of the little things that had happened was, my little one was outside, and I played bubbles. And I think I had asked you to go spend 49 cents and play bubbles and think of me. And it was the next issue of one of those rock and roll magazines, and it showed you, and there were all bubbles all around like that. I was fucking blown away. Okay, yeah, because when I used to go, he used to send me for cigarettes once a day. So once a day, I would get a chance to really look through all the rock and roll magazines and see if I could get a glimpse of you. And I saw the bubbles, and I was like blown away, right? It's like, wow, are you paying attention? I had to write you that next letter. Because as crazy as it was like, if I could recognize you in the sea of, then maybe you could recognize me. And I think I had wrote you another letter and said something like, if I was at a party and you were the one, and you'd be the one, I'd be like, hey, let's go out back and, smoke a joint, chill, talk. But anyway, I said to you, if that was meant for me, that bubbles, because it felt like it was meant for me, okay, that I asked you to do me one more picture, right? I said to show me Jungle Wild, because I knew by how you portrayed the Jungle Wild, whether or not you'd be mine or not. And for a whole year, you fell off the face of the earth. Like, oh well, no more pictures of you, no nothing. Meh. I guess it wasn't meant for me. I must have been mistaken. Meh. I went on and I had gotten divorced and went and it lived finally. But anyway, I started the proceedings of the divorce. I mean, it was like a year later, and then all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, I just started thinking of it. I just couldn't get out of my fucking head, you know? And, poetry in the mail, and I was like really shocked. And my mother was like, what the hell, you know? And I knew who it was from. I would have, you know. So then I went, and I'm like, I went and I looked, and there was a new album, and there's your face. Oh my God, Jungle Wild, you know? Oh my God, like, oh my God, like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? You know? But then, like, you know, you had, like, you know, I don't know, there's like a fucking rock star for me. You know, Gina Louisa. Oh, you know. I thought it'd be like, you know, if it was anybody, it'd be more for like a John Denverish type of creature. Not, but there you are, you know. Oh my God, like, you know, I'm attracted to you. This David Lee Roth creature, but I can't, you got like weird dressing weird, and you know, especially after I contacted you, you got like weirder and and weirder, but the communication got preciser and preciser, you know, like, you know, we both dared each other like to be the right one, like, you know, well, if you're the right one, then, you know, go fly off and do your thing, you go fly off and do your thing, and we'll come together in years. Like, God even challenged us to not meet for 40 years. Isn't that fucking cool? Like, who else says that, right? But I wrote a letter, that letter I had to, because, you know, when God tells me to do something like this fucking video, I just jump to and do it, right? So, you know, he said, right, and I had to write you that. Oh my God, God says that we don't meet. I'm not supposed to go to your concerts and be a fan and shit like that. And you're not supposed to come rescue me, you know. That for 40 years we were going to witness each other being the other without the other. You know what I'm saying? Witness who you are for real. You know, I don't, because so many times, you know, when you're with, when I'm with somebody, I can see them painting all the right colors on the cloth that they never had on. It's not woven into the cloth. It's just painted on, see? But I wanted to see what the colors of the cloth, you know, watch all these years. And I never thought it was going to be so, like, you know, like 40 years when you're young sounds like, yeah, 40 years, you know. But living through these 40 years, huh? And only learning that it's really true, you know. My God, true love is a real thing. It's a real thing. Because no matter how many guys like try to say, oh, give me a chance, you know, I'll make you forget all about this David Lee Roth character, you know. But it even if I tried to, even if I liked them, they're a good person and stuff, you can't force yourself to love somebody. And every time I would pretend to myself, because if I act like love, because I am the goddess, you know, I can, everybody deserves affection, you know. I can affection people, but it breaks my heart to do so. I wind up getting fat and depressed. And, you know, the only time I'm happy, I get crust on me and stuff. It's true. The only time I'm happy is when I let myself be in love with you. And I make it damn clear to everybody else in my whole life that, you know, so I'm a nun. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, what is it to you? You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone. I'm in love with one man. And Gina Louisa goes without a hug and a kiss because I'm not with the one I love. And you know what I'm saying? So that's what this is about. This is about it. You know, David, God has challenged me now because, you know, I'm sure you're as tired of it as I am. You know, I think it's time we're allowed to hold hands and, you know, people see us like, you know, oh yeah, the people see us thing. That's what God said in the show. He said, you know, that's why it was this big buildup. of really true love, something that we're absolutely sure of, because it's what the world needs. What the world needs now is love, sweet love, right? It's the only thing that there's just too little love, right? The world needs to see that true love is a real thing. Yeah, God is challenging us, honey, me and you, to step up, you know, and you take my hand, and let's, look in each other's eyes, and begin this true love thing. And God says that the whole world, it'll be like that stone in the pond. It'll be that spark to ignite that we were told happens. So it's time. So, hi, you and I are the divine feminine and divine masculine, that the world needs to see us and hear our story. It's show. We need to tell all the hardships that, and show that really, you couldn't forget about me and I can't forget about you. You know why? Because we truly, really are attracted to one another, huh? We fucking understand each other. We love each other. Isn't that wonderful? It's so fucking cool, huh? That is, let's say what aliveness is about. That we found each other in the madness of the jungle. Here it is. So God challenged me to make this video. Hi, David Lee Roth. It is I, Gina Louisa. And, call me.